Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. I am so thrilled to have you here today because we're looking at something that affects pretty much every single one of us when we travel, yet we almost completely misunderstand it. We are going to learn how your everyday clothing choices are actually a fundamental part of the airport security system. You know, getting through the TSA line isn't just about what you packed in your suitcase, it's about exactly what you're wearing right now. There's this fantastic quote from our source material that really hits the nail on the head. It says, the wrong outfit can turn a 10-minute TSA line into a pat-down, a bag search, and a sprint to a closing gate. I mean, we've all been there, right? It's incredibly frustrating. But the crazy part is, it's also entirely preventable. We so often think of airport delays as this thing totally out of our control. We blame the massive crowds or the security officers. But as we'll see today, our simple, everyday clothing choices are constantly causing these chaotic delays. Because frankly, the airlines do not care how stylish your belt was if you missed that boarding door closing. All right, let's dive right into this. Here is our blueprint for conquering the checkpoint today. We're going to start with how checkpoints actually measure uncertainty, then move through the heavy hardware traps, fabric illusions, and those tricky, invisible triggers. After that, we'll look at the dangers of walking storage, and finally, we'll design the perfect travel outfit. Part 1. Checkpoints measure uncertainty. It's time to rethink the scanner. Okay, before we even talk about specific clothes, we desperately need a paradigm shift. Most of us still treat the security checkpoint like it's just a basic metal detector from the 1990s, but the reality is far more sophisticated. Modern machines are hunting for anomalies. Now, an anomaly is basically any metallic or non-metallic irregularity concealed under your clothing. When you step into that glass cylinder and put your arms up, the system is generating a very detailed map. If it sees something it doesn't quite understand, it flags it. And this is exactly where the crucial mindset shift happens. You have to stop asking yourself, is this outfit allowed? Because honestly, almost everything we're going to talk about today is perfectly legal to wear. Instead, you really need to ask, how many explanations is this outfit going to require? The machine's entire job is just measuring uncertainty. Every unexplainable variable you wear literally forces an officer to stop the line, ask you a question, and resolve the alarm. You aren't trying to fool a machine, you're just dressing to make yourself as easy as possible to clear. Moving on to part 2. The heavy hardware traps. Let's talk about cumulative metal. This brings us to those outfits loaded with metal that just instantly trigger the walkthrough detectors. We're talking wide buckle belts, decorative zippers, studded jeans, chunky watches, and thick underwire bras. Now, any one of these items on its own, probably fine, but the issue is cumulative. The scanner doesn't step back and admire your fashion sense one accessory at a time. It just sees one massive, complicated map of metal. And the rule is absolute here. An alarm has to be resolved before you can move on. So, the takeaway here is absolutely critical. Do not dismantle your hardware at the belt. The source shares this brilliant anecdote about a beautifully dressed traveler at Heathrow Airport. She essentially built a small jewelry store across 3 different plastic trays, belt in one, watch in another, coins and necklaces scattered everywhere. She cleared the detector perfectly fine, but then spent 5 whole minutes trying to reconstruct herself, while the line just backed up behind her. Trays are literally where watches, rings, and dignity disappear. If you can't divest and reassemble quickly, you become the bottleneck. Part 3. Fabric folds and illusions. Soft clothes, hard delays. Now, you might be thinking, great, I'll just wear my comfortable, soft sweatpants and totally bypass this. But actually, even completely soft, harmless-looking clothing can create massive bottlenecks. The prime offenders here are giant hoodies, flowing maxi skirts, and complex jumpsuits. Remember how we said the machine looks for anomalies? Well, thick layers trap air. They create these dense folds around your waist or your thighs. The scanner cannot tell the difference between an elegant draped silhouette and a hidden non-metallic threat. It just flags the dense area, and bam, now an officer has to manually clear it. Plus, if they ask you to take off an outer layer and you're wearing some complicated jumpsuit, you've suddenly got a puzzle you can't take apart in public. This leads to a frankly hilarious, though probably painful at the time, story from Denver Airport. There was this guy wearing an enormous hoodie who was asked to empty his pockets. He pulls out a phone, earbuds, tissues, a passport, and change from that front kangaroo pocket. He emptied it 3 times, and every single time, one more object magically appeared. Eventually, the thick hood bunched up around his neck inside the scanner, and guess what? He required a full pat-down anyway. And it's not just hoodies. Think about long, flowing fabrics. At Chicago O'Hare, a traveler in a pleated maxi skirt got flagged twice by the scanner purely because of the fabric density.
After receiving a targeted pat-down, she had to literally sprint to her gate, gathering this long skirt in one hand while dragging her roller bag with the other. By the time she actually reached her plane, the hem of her skirt was skimming across an airport floor, completely covered in dirt and spilt lattes. That is definitely not the glamorous travel experience she had in mind. All right, part 4, tech, trace, and statements. The invisible triggers.
Some outfits bring electrical wiring, microscopic residue, or just unnecessary tension right to the checkpoint. Take battery-heated jackets, for instance. Wearing a USB-powered vest into a security line creates immediate questions. Where is the battery? What is its watt-hour rating? Can it even be disconnected? If you can't answer those questions in seconds, you are going to be standing there holding up a line of angry travelers while you try to read some tiny label. Remember, the machine measures uncertainty. You got to keep it simple. And this creates a massive trap for road warriors. Explosive trace detectors are highly sensitive, as they should be. But if you wear clothes straight from a shooting range, a fireworks show, or a heavy industrial site right to the airport, your clothes are probably covered in microscopic residue. The source highlights one traveler who did exactly this, went straight from a field site to the airport. His bag flagged for extra testing, then his hands flagged. He wasn't doing anything wrong, but by the time the alarm was finally resolved, he missed his lounge access, skipped his dinner, and barely made his flight. We also have to talk about the literal statements we wear. Tactical shirts, realistic weapon graphics, fake agency logos, or hostile slogans are a huge mistake. Now, the TSA doesn't have a secret dress code, but an airport is a highly controlled, high-stress environment. If your shirt forces a security officer to stop and decide if it's a joke, a threat, or an impersonation, you have just stripped all the nuance out of the situation. People hear the dangerous word long before they hear the punchline. So do yourself a favor and save the statement piece for when you reach your destination.
Part 5, walking storage and footwear. The scavenger hunt.
The big lesson here? Please stop treating your body like a third piece of carry-on luggage. We've all seen this person in line. They have cargo pants with 12 loaded pockets, a fishing vest stuffed with phone chargers, and a jacket filled with socks just to dodge a checked bag fee. Stuffing your pockets with receipts, tissues, cords, and power banks creates a literal visual scavenger hunt for the X-ray machine. It absolutely guarantees you'll get extra screening, and honestly, it makes it incredibly easy to lose your passport or phone in the sheer chaos of those plastic bins. The fix for this is what the source brilliantly calls the Clean Pass Protocol. Step 1, 30 feet before you even reach the bins, put your phone, wallet, keys, and coins into one zippered compartment in your personal bag. Step 2, keep only your ID and boarding pass in your hand. Step 3, step into the scanner wearing your clothes and absolutely nothing else in your pockets. Empty means empty.
Finally, part 6, the perfect travel outfit and the at-home test.
So, how do we actually pull this off? How do we engineer a wardrobe that slides right through the checkpoint with zero friction? Well, before you even leave your house, you should try this at-home test. Step 1, stand in front of a mirror and raise both arms up high, just like the scanner makes you do. Does your shirt bunch up? Step 2, sit down and cross your legs. Do your hems drag? Step 3, reach overhead like you're loading a heavy bin into the overhead compartment. This super quick test reveals tight seams, bunching waists, dragging hems, and hidden hardware long before the airport does. If you have to adjust your outfit constantly while doing this, it is not a travel outfit. At the end of the day, remember this golden rule. Boring clears security beautifully. It really does. The ultimate perfect travel outfit is just a breathable base layer, a light zip jacket that you can take off in one smooth motion, simple pants with empty pockets, and easy slip-on shoes. It survives the freezing terminal, the hot airplane, and most importantly, it sails right through the scanner. So let's wrap up with a thought for you to take away today. Take a look at your closet the next time you pack for a trip and ask yourself, how many explanations will my next travel outfit force me to give? It is definitely time to stop dressing for maximum style or maximum storage and start designing your travel wardrobe for absolute zero friction. Thank you so much for hanging out with me to explore this breakdown. Fly safe, dress smart, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.